vitality, it matters for the personality. Oh, Anthony, hello. Well, it was very kind of you to get in touch with me again. It only took 10 months, but there we are. Anyway, I'm just off now to entertain a group of ladies called Saffron's Ladies Club on the south coast of England, so I don't have time to stay and chat with you now, but you'll be busy making teas and coffees, I'm sure, so I will chat to you later, but I just wanted to say thank you and God bless you. Now, just decided to have a quick change of outfit. Bet you didn't even notice, did you? Well, hello again, Anthony. I'm just off to an evening function, and I thought I would just show you this little outfit that I'm going to be wearing. It's, I tell you why, because you very kindly invited me to appear at the Stringbean coffee shop, or the Shamrock tea rooms, I can't remember which it was now. If I'm ever happen to be in Galax, Virginia, it's terribly kind of you, and this is an outfit that I might wear, but can you see it's beautifully beaded? It's beaded by Peruvian widows. You can see here where they're a little bit too upset to hand stitch it properly. But no, I'm only teasing. It's actually made by a designer in England. Well, I think he's English, maybe American, called Frank Asher, and it's very nice. But the reason I show it to you is this, because if I ever appeared at the Stringbean coffee shop and wore something like this, I have a great worry, because I might just end up wearing the same thing as your mother. And so I wouldn't want to clash with her, so I thought, well, I'd just show it to you, to make sure that she hasn't got the same frock in her wardrobe. We have a singer in the United Kingdom from Wales, from a place called Splot, genuinely near Cardiff, and her name is Shirley Bassey, and she wears outfits exactly like this, although she has them much lower cuts, really. Well, probably not at her age, because she must be in her 70s now, but she used to be dressed very like this. But this kind of frock weighs a ton, so do have great pity for people like myself and Her Majesty the Queen, who wear heavily beaded frocks. These teeth are very funny now. And heavily beaded frocks. Try saying that after a couple of gins, because they are terribly, terribly heavy. And you're far too young, but in 1953 Her Majesty the Queen had her coronation, and she had this beautifully embroidered and beaded frock with all the emblems of the Commonwealth on it. But she did say that it weighed a ton, and I could quite understand it. Now, you've asked me some more questions, which is very kind of you. One of them is, would I wish to visit your tea rooms? Well, of course, I would love to, and it was very kind of you, and I have looked you up on the internet, so I've seen exactly what it's like. I've seen your menu. Yes, very reasonable prices, wonderful. And if I'm ever passing through Galax, Virginia, you can be sure that I shall call in, and my fees are very reasonable, you know. And I look forward to meeting your mother, yes, just to see what her outfits are like. I would love a good rummage through her wardrobe, you know. Yes, I bet it's full of sequins and beads like mother. Now, my view on cats, yes, well, I have known a few women with sharp claws. No, I do like cats, but they don't like me, in that they affect me. I suffer with hay fever and asthma, and I happen to be particularly allergic to cats, and they have me screaming and swollen eyes and everything. So whilst I love them, they're very bad for me. So if I do ever visit Virginia, I'm afraid I cannot be stroking your pussy. Now, EastEnders, yes, which would I identify with? Dot or Peggy, you said. I think actually it's more Angie. I don't know if you've ever had Angie in your time in America, but she just liked a little drop of gin, and I could identify with her. But I cannot really see myself in EastEnders. I would be in WestEnders, because West End of London is where Her Majesty lives, and there's Kensington Palace and a lot of very dignified people. So I think if I was ever going to be on television, it would be WestEnders and not EastEnders. What else did you ask me? Which American TV programmes do I enjoy? Well, I have to say, we get quite a lot of American television programmes in this country. There are two that I particularly enjoy. My absolute favourite, I don't know if you watch this, is Monk. I think Monk is lovely, yes. I'm definitely a Sharona person, not a Natalie one, but yes. They show Monk very sporadically in England. They'll put on a couple of episodes, then we won't get it for months, and then we'll get a few more and so on. But I think it's very clever, it's very poignant, and good stories, very rounded. I believe it's actually finished, come to an end in America now after 8 seasons, but that was very good. Years ago we all loved watching Dynasty in Dallas, and that affected our wardrobes enormously. And I had a lot of outfits in the 80s that were like Joan Collins, and Crystal and Alexis, that was very good. We love Murder, She Wrote, of course, because of the lovely Angela Lansbury. I must show you something. Hang on a minute. I was given something the other day. Here it is. It's just reminded me, look, I was given this book on Angela Lansbury. And when I opened it up, you know, what does it have inside? Well, it came originally from a library. And the library was Brooklyn. I've lost it. There we are in the back. It says Brooklyn Public Library, Kings Highway, 2115 Ocean Avenue. Isn't that quite extraordinary? So it's a book about Angela from America, so that was very interesting. So Murder We Wrote we loved because Angela, of course, was American, English and adopted by the Americans. So that's a programme we particularly like over here. But if I can think of any others that I like. You see, I'm a very busy woman and I don't get a lot of time for watching television. And I have been on television quite a lot in programmes in England. I don't think I've ever done a programme for America though, so I'm not known in America, although all my books have been published in America. And if you search eBay, you can actually buy them quite cheaply, or Amazon, yes. Not that I'm plugging my books at all, but they would sell very well, you know, in your cafe. Well, Anthony, it was lovely to have this little chat with you again, and thank you so much for getting in touch with me. Or may I call you Tony? A little bird told me that you preferred Tony. It's a little bit like myself, because I was christened Constance, as you know, but I prefer Connie. All my friends call me Connie. But anyway, thank you for telling me all about the Stringbean coffee shop. Do say hello to your mother for me, won't you? Wonderful woman she really is. Thank you, and God bless you all. And I was thrilled to see, I must say, that it's the centre of culture in Virginia. Isn't that marvellous? Yes. Anyway, hello to your mother, and goodbye to you. What that woman has to put up with, you know, is nobody's business.